It's Friday, Friday, gonna get down on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, welcome back to Elden Ring. If you couldn't tell, it's Friday today for me, but I feel as though I probably just ruined it there by quoting that monstrosity of a song from many, many moons ago. It almost feels like the inception of YouTube. It was that long ago that song graced our smart devices and computers with its presence. Anyway, my apologies for souring the beginning of this wonderful episode here of Elden Ring. We've been exploring the Furu Missoula, crumbling city in the sky. I say exploring, I must reiterate, I'm not going to be doing the boss here yet, because once you do that, that is another big turning point in the game, and off the top of my head, you fail, or would fail, Gideon's quest, or you wouldn't be able to complete it fully if you defeated the final boss here. Because what we have to do for Gideon's quest is to defeat every optional demigod within the game and to obtain their great runes, and then we can complete Gideon's quest, and then we can fight the final boss of this area. The main reason I'm doing this area first is there's some goodies here, like high level smithing materials, and also I regard it as being easier than the final area of the game here, which is the Halig Tree, which is an optional area, but it's very high level, and it's got the hardest boss in the game there. So I thought I'd try to do everything else first before I get to that stage. Okay. Now, I think we were here. We just took out that Crucible Knight. 1 second. Are we recording? Yep. Good. Excuse me. Take a drink. Right. So we are through the bulk of this place. We're through the bulk. There's a bit left to do. There is actually an optional boss here that we will be fighting now. Okay. There's no reason why we can't fight that boss. Oh, hello. And that boss I'm referring to, goodness me, these... It's always an experience to fight these pleasant fucking... my... hawks. Oh, thankfully the other one's being very passive here. Thank you for waiting for your doom. Oh shit, that's... That's not a flask. My apologies. In fact, I'm so perturbed by what I just did. That's going to be replaced immediately. Thank you. What was I saying? Yeah, there's an optional boss here. He's actually tied in to the the Halig Tree in some way. So, a quest that is associated with the Halig Tree has something to do with this boss that we're going to be fighting soon, this optional boss. Now you can see here we're already meeting some resistance from a dragon. So you just gotta... Sorry, I'm checking if there's anything missable here before I jump down. Doesn't look like it. So we're dodging birdies and lightning, or trying to anyway. Now there's some more birdies down here. Damn it. I mean, it's almost like you have to be able to tank some hits from these guys, especially if you're melee, in order to be able to get a hit in. Otherwise you just miss constantly, and it's incredibly frustrating. Anyway, so don't forget those. Now, before we carry on that way, there is an optional way back here, so we want to be able to jump down. Okay. Right, so I think there is a chest on this side. Ah, yes, there is. Okay. I want to say this is the dragon armor set, potentially. Yeah, it is indeed. So we were talking about the Drake dudes. What they called in Dark Souls, Drake Blood Knights, I think. And this is basically the equivalent set right there. I wonder what the resistances are like, actually. So a lot less than my current, but excuse me, looks kind of cool at the very least. So I think we're going up here. Is there anything below? Nope. So this middle section, we'll come across this middle section. That's where we've been. Actually, did I go in there? Now I'm actually curious if there were any items that I missed. I don't think so. Nope. But we've been on that level because that's where we were fighting the birds when we dropped down from the grace site. Now I do see my health here, but I think it's actually safer to kill this guy and then heal up. So there we get. So that's a bit disappointing, to be honest with you. But there you go. At least we did it. So speaking of the grave site, yeah. It's tempting to rest, but honestly I'd rather power on through than fight the birdies again. Ooh. I don't think there's anything up there. Yeah, this is what I meant, this middle section here. So don't jump off there unless you want to, because it will just take you back to here. Now, excuse me. Did I get you, Jesus? I did. Okay. So, watch out for the water because it makes the lightning spread more across the floor. And there's going to be some more birds coming up too. Some more flying problems for us. There's one. Shit, I tried to do a jump attack. There we go. Now, even if I get hit by lightning a little bit, I'd rather take care of the birds. Okay, I hear another one. Oops, jump attack will kill it in one hit, if I can. There we go. Right. It looks like we might be safe here from the lightning. I hope so. Just getting my bearings here. Yeah, looks like it. That's good. So, what I'd suggest here is, especially if you're weak to lightning or got low HP, just don't panic. Just, you know, pick your targets, pick your moments. And I want to say this guy has reduced health, yeah. So they're quite friendly here. Oops. In the sense that the dragon does not have much HP to deal with. If you can hit them. There we are. And you get another ancient dragon smithing stone from them. And they're protecting another good item up here, I think. Is this another ancient smithing stone? Certainly is, it's a somber one. So, you get... another reason to come here early, you get ancient smithing stone galore here. So, I can recommend... Now, there is a way down there, but before we go down there, we want to go up here, because there's going to be one of the final tree saplings in the game, where you get golden seeds. But there's going to be some more birdies too, so watch out for those. There they are. Honestly, I wouldn't mind kiting one or two of them. Oops. I hate that. When you hit something and they fall down, your lock-on whilst you're using a bow, you see there how it disconnected? Oh, you should have died. The lock-on unlocks for some reason as they're falling, which is slightly annoying. Oh, shouldn't really be using a bow here. Yeah, twin blade will do if I can hit you. There we go. Right, let's get you. Maybe a headshot. Perfect. Well, that's one way to bring them down to Earth. You see, madness is a lot like gravity. All it takes is a little push. Sorry. Just seemed like a mildly appropriate quote there. One of my favourite scenes in cinema history there, people, the showdown between the Joker and Batman in The Dark Knight. It's just called The Dark Knight, isn't it? Yeah, The Dark Knight film. Chris Nolan. And for anyone who's watching, maybe for the first time, this is why I'm referencing the Joker, because we are the Joker. Not Christopher Nolan's Joker, kind of our own interpretation. Or Heath Ledger's Joker, should I say. Right. I can hear another birdie. That's why I'm not kind of jumping down just yet. Are you above me? Yep. And I missed an item too. So thank you for drawing that to my attention. You winged delight. Here we go. Yeah, such a shame with Heath Ledger. It kind of, you know, just from that final role with the Joker there, his final complete role, it just shows you like the talent and the potential. Because I'll be honest, before that, he was relatively, apart from Brokeback Mountain, which even that was a great film, he was relatively unknown to me. So, you know, it was the Joker and the Brokeback Mountain that kind of brought him to my attention, and then, you know, even before the Dark Knight came out, he was dead. So it was beautiful yet sad for that reason. But at the same time, I shall never forget my my first experience of watching that film in the cinema. So there is at least that legacy, I suppose. And of course, a well-deserved posthumous Academy Award for supporting actor. Now, take the plunge, you will not die. And there's a bit more to explore down here. This is all optional. I hear you. Honestly, nowhere near as threatening as your halberd colleagues. Maybe you should talk to HR about getting a new weapon there, pal. Your grievance procedure would be that I have insufficient tools to deal with the threat that is the Tarnished. Sorry. Oh my god, speaking of the devil. Well... Oh, well... This is why I said the halberd bros are a bit more spicy. There we go. I love how he just walked off the edge. Anyway, it's kind of some weird... I mean, all the chlorophyll has been sapped out of these plants here. Okay, so I think in there's a lift. That is the way to go, but first... Oh, do you know what? Have I got... I'm still waiting on that message to be liked. Damn it, and I can't put another one down to try and fish for appraisals, because it'll get deleted, because you can only protect 9... You can put down 10 messages, but you can only protect 9 of them. So... We've just got to wait and see, hope and pray. Bye-bye. So, something else is important here. If you look from here, you can kind of get a peek at another drop-down section over there, okay? Now that's relevant to you. You know, it's not just visual. It's not just like an environment in the background kind of thing. You can actually go onto those stepping stones. And that is going to be where you fight the optional boss of this area, okay? Which I want to say is harder than the main boss of this area, but they are not, because the main boss of this area, at least for me, is my least favourite boss to fight in the game, and I would say that well, they're my least favourite to fight. Whether or not they're the most difficult is out for debate. I would say that they are not. But maybe for a melee build, they could be one of the most difficult. But they... what was I saying? Completely blanked. Sorry, people. They're difficult. Put it that way. They're difficult. Right, so... There's a little bit of a cutscene. Well, not cutscene, but... situation's going to play out here. So we get to see the Crucible Knight, the final Crucible Knight in the game, in action. So, do you know what? I'll let him do all the heavy lifting, and then I will take him out afterwards. And the first time I fought this guy... oh, hello. He was kind enough to just fly straight out of one of these windows for me. I wonder why they're here, because they are obviously... the Crucible Knights were loyal to the Erd Tree, or the Golden Order. So I wonder why they're up here. I guess technically they're perhaps here to defend... Well, it makes sense now. They're here to defend the Rune of Death. Didn't do a very good job, did you? Honestly, I can tank... Oh, there you go. Are you dead? Nope. Yep. They did exactly the same when I first fought them here. So it's kind of sad, really, because I wanted to fight them properly. Because it's the final Crucible Knight in the game. So, oh well, what can you do? Oh, they were trying to get up the ladder and died. Yes. Hope everyone is looking forward to their weekends. I am, except for Sunday. And the reason for that is, and this could be unpopular with some people, but... Oh, hello. Sorry, bud. So there you go, very important talisman there, and we're now back to near... Yeah, where we were running from the Dragon's Lightning. What was I saying? Sunday, I mean, it's already been my grandma's funeral because she died last year. And I will be honest with you, I did not go to my grandmother's funeral. Now, you might think, what kind of cold-hearted bastard would do that? The reason is, people... And again, this might be unpopular with some people. She was a horrible woman. She was a horrible woman. She was not, and I don't want to wish ill on the dead, and it's not my intention. But she was not a very nice woman, and she was never a very nice woman to me or my family. So I didn't really want to have. I'm not going to pretend to be sad or to. By the way, yes, down there is where the optional bit is. I'm not going to pretend. Like, I'm not going to... whilst I don't want to shit on someone who's dead, I don't want to portray my own feelings and pay tribute to a woman who was otherwise not a very nice woman, or at least not a force for good in my life. So I didn't want anything to do with it. However, on Sunday... because she's buried in the same grave now as my grandpa, who died a couple or 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, it was sort of one of those typical cases where with older couples, if one of them goes, then it's. I mean, like with the Queen of England who died last year. If one of them goes, the other one is soon to follow. Usually. It's kind of they lose their... It's sad in a way, they lose their will, their purpose. They're kind of, I don't know, it's especially if you've been married for a long time, it's like your rock, isn't it? Your constant, that you lose that positive influence in your life. But anyway, yeah, my grandpa died. I went to my grandpa's funeral, even though he was equally horrible. But that was it was very much more of a last-minute thing, and because the funeral was held the next day, the day after that they died, and it was sort of very last-minute, and I agreed to come and support my mum, because it's on my mum's side of the family. I've only got 2 flasks here, so I do have to be careful. So we will get to the optional bit. We're just going to go through here and get the Grace Site first. Okay, but be careful how you approach this, because there's a couple of lightning dunes and a big cleaver boy. We're going to start with the one here. Watch out for the water and the lightning. Alright. Oh, shit. Honestly, I'd rather be fighting lightning dude. And now we can focus on big dude. Okay. So, what was I saying? My grandpa. Yeah, I went to that funeral. But with my grandmother, because it was still kind of there were still some COVID restrictions in place. No, it wasn't so much COVID restrictions. It was because there were so many people dead from COVID at the time. I think that there was a backlog of bodies to. So it looks like you get a special bell bearing for Somberstone just to get level 9 smithing stones for it. Because I did wonder about that. So there you go. And I believe the final bell bearing in the game will be for Ghost Glovewort, and I think that's in the Halig tree. Anyway, sorry, I keep getting distracted, but I think there was a backlog of people to bury, basically, so there was much more of a delay, and there was more time for me to consider whether or not I actually wanted to go to this woman's funeral. And I concluded no, and I had my mother's blessing. But on Sunday is the stone unveiling. For my grandmother and grandfather, because they're in the same grave, and it's a stone unveiling. But for that I am going, not necessarily of my own volition. Well, it is and it's not. Like, if I had a choice, I'd not go, but my mother on this occasion has personally requested that I am there in attendance. And the rest of my family will be there too, and for that reason, I'm more than happy to oblige my mother. Sorry, I need to go rest there. Sorry, just take me back there. So we will go do the secret boss, but we'll do that last. We'll clear up the rest of the city first. On this occasion, I will go sort of with gritted teeth, but to support my mother, because she wants everyone to be there to say, final goodbye, and that's fine. But it will be, at the very least, because it was my brother's birthday recently. I've got two brothers. It was the middle one's, but I'm the youngest. It was my middle brother's birthday last week, so we are gonna go out afterwards to celebrate that for a meal and stuff. You dead? Yes, you're not. So there is a silver lining, but I will literally just be there for the sake of my mother and not to, pay. It's horrible to say, isn't it? Really, but it could be considered a little bit of a taboo, but it wasn't taboo when she was alive, and or they were both alive, and they were horrible people. So. And again, this is very, this might seem almost bitter. And you know what, I'm gonna tell this story. It's not too long before I go down there, but part of the reason they were horrible is because they had a lot of money. Now, just having money doesn't make somebody horrible, per se. Often in our society, people who have a lot of money aren't necessarily the nicest people because they had to be horrible in order to get money in the first place. But with these people, they were horrible with their money. They were very. I'm not talking about asking for money or getting help, but they would use their money in a way to what's the word? Sort of exercise their influence over other people and other people within the family. And the only thing that they knew in life to make them happy, or that they thought that would make them happy, was money. So, at least for my mother, it was a case of she tried to be a good daughter, because we never had a lot of money, which is fine. But my daughter just wanted to be a daughter. But the only way that my grandparents could show love to my daughter, beg your pardon, to my mother, who was their daughter, was, through materialistic sort of gifts and how much money they'd give her and blah, 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 blah. So, again, it's just another reason for me to not have been very enamored with my grandparents. I liked them more when I was younger, but obviously when I was younger and a child, I was more ignorant of the world and how things work, so... So here we are, people. Look here. So before you run into that room back there, make sure that you do not run into that room back there until you are evaded by, if you cannot see here, this is Banal from the Volcano Manor. Now, why is Banal attacking us? Why is Banal attacking us? We'll discuss this afterwards. Now, Banal is one of the more difficult NPCs to fight in the game. He's very tanky. He hits hard. He's got this big AoE thingy from his weird scepter. And you see that was a jumpy attack. Only took off a little bit of health. He uses incantations. Double handing there. He I might get hit here, that's fine. Doesn't do much damage, but it does stun you. No, Banal. Thankfully just one-handing, I think. I think did he cure himself then? Maybe. I think he has flasks too. Oh shit. He's not hurting that much, which is good. Again, I'm used to, he's trying to heal now. I know you. Okay. Looks like you've been collecting your sacred tears though, Banal. That was a good heal. Whoop! I never knew he did that. I guess you have to defeat him within a certain time, otherwise he just yeets himself. Wow. Anyway, at least we can discuss why Banal was fighting us. So, I don't think Banal has gone mad. Liam Neeson. I think he is simply fulfilling his ideologies and his quest to be a Tarnished who challenges the Erd Tree. So, you know, maybe as far as Banal is concerned, we are here to gain access to the Erd Tree to become Elden Lord. And he's trying to stop us. Moreover, maybe Banal is also seeking the Rune of Death in order to challenge the Erd Tree, because he can no longer do it as part of Volcano Manor with the power of Rykard, the Snake of Blasphemy. So he's trying to find a new purpose for himself. So to challenge the would-be Elden Lord / to gain the Rune of Death in order to challenge the gods and, you know, destroy the Erd Tree and stuff like that. So that is my take on the matter. Unfortunately, we can't speak to him and ask him. So, yeah, we will come back and defeat him there. Don't worry about that. Right. Again, try and take out the small fry. I'm going to use some of my tankiness here, I think, to maybe absorb some hits. No. I think raw means I got to do a bit of a crazy attack. Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. Now it becomes a lot more doable if I don't get slain first. Okay, do not assume that you're safe because they have a big old jumpy attack. So I'm going to get right around here. There we go. Yeah, we'll see how good you are now with 1v1, buddy. 1v1 me, I dare you. Oh god, the amount of times I heard that in Call of Duty back in the day. So embarrassing. And do you know what? I never succumbed to one of those foolish requests. The only time was, and it was just because I was in a lobby, there was two of us, and we were on a small map called Rust. I think it was in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and we were basically 1v1ing, but not as a result of some sort of, you know, weird accord that we'd, or agreement that we'd come to, that we have to prove who has the bigger penis in Call of Duty. Anyway, sorry. So we got a talisman there, and it was a legendary talisman. Okay, which, where is it? Sorry, missed it, haven't I? Give me a second, people, I will find it. It's probably in plain sight, isn't it? It's definitely a talisman. There it is, sorry, I thought it was more gold and glowy. There. Old Lord's Talisman. Extends the spell effect duration. So quite useful, especially for certain like incantations and stuff. Legendary talisman depicting the ancient king whose seat lies at the heart of the storm beyond time. So we get a little bit of lore there. It is said that the ancient royal city of Farumazula has been slowly crumbling since time immemorial. Oh, so it's been crumbling forever. That's interesting. And I've just realised, was it ruin fragments that had the lore about why the city is crumbling as well? One sec. The things that look like coffee beans, except gold. Red piece of stone. It feels... no, okay, sorry. Never mind. Sanctuary stone? Is that a thingy? Where's sanctuary stone? Oh, that is a sanctuary stone. Where's a ruin fragment? Is a ruin fragment not a crafting material? I thought it was. Sorry, people. Ruin fragment. No, it's a rock that you throw at enemies. These shards of stone are believed to have once been part of a temple in the sky. Stone fragment found in places... nope, it just says from a temple in the sky, which, as we know, is this place. Now, apologies, I'm going to go back. I'm on the bridge, and we're going to fight Banal again. So I'll be honest with you, I always thought for Banal, I thought you had to run into that back room for him to spawn in, but it appears as though he just takes a little while. But believe you me, he has no problem with fighting you whilst you're being beset upon by those beastmen either, so make sure that you don't run all the way to the back until you've faced him properly. Because, like I say, up until now, I fought him whilst fighting those beast guys, which is less than fun. So yeah, I'm sorry to sort of babble on about my grandparents there, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm here to be honest with you people. I like to think I'm an honest person, and honestly, they weren't very nice people. So, you know, I didn't like them in life, I'm not going to like them in death, unfortunately. Right. So, Banal, come on. This time I will fuck you up. I think I was being a little bit too scared of him and his big old AoE and stuff like that. But we are obviously more than capable of dealing with Banal here. And you know what? Give me some frost too to deal with you. Let's soften you up a bit. Come here. There we go. Now this will help a little bit. I'm sorry, Banal. Welcome to Jump Attack City. That's fine. Basically does no damage. Now you can't stagger NPCs, but you can stun lock them. That's it. You focus on trying to hit me instead of healing. You twat. Sorry. Well, that, people, is the end of Liam Neeson. So we get his armour, the Blasphemous Claw, which is it's a unique item, the Devourer's Scepter, which is the weapon he was using. That is a legendary weapon as well that you'll need for Platinum. Can you teleport while you're on ladders? No, can't open the map. So let's look at the weapon, which is obviously, I mean, it seems to be based on the Snake of Blasphemy. In the shape of a serpent devouring the world. Oh, so that's a bit like Norse mythology, isn't it? The world snake. This weapon will one day become the very symbol of the Lord of Blasphemy. Legendary armament. A vision of the future briefly seen by Rykard in his final moments before being devoured by the Great Serpent. Well, it didn't turn out to be true, did it? Because I fucking smacked his body. And then we got the armour of Liam Neeson. The owl face. Okay, at least it looks like it's two lions kissing. Silver helm engraved with tiny beasts. Worn by Banal, Liam Neeson. The beasts, their eyes and ears covered, represent an oath. See nothing, hear nothing, doubt nothing, and carry on along the path set in stone. So perhaps that also explains why he was trying to kill us, because he was shut out to all, you know, all of his emotions. He ignored his emotions and his previous alliances, and he was there to fulfill his destiny, which was to challenge the Elden Lord and the Erd Tree. Now this is interesting. So this is a hark back to Dark Souls 1 and the silver pendant that you get in the DLC, which is for opposing Manus. A slab of rock engraved with traces of the Rune of Death. Can deflect the power of the Black Blade. On the night of the dire plot, Ranni rewarded Praetor Rykard with these traces. Ooh, so even if you've not done Ranni's quest up until now, you can kind of find out this about her, which suggests that she was behind it. Should the coming trespass one day transpire, they would serve as a last resort foil, allowing Rykard to challenge Malekith the Black Blade, the Black Beast of Destined Death. Should the coming trespass one day transpire, they would serve as a last resort foil. So this suggests more that Banal was here to challenge Malekith the Black Blade, who is the holder of the Rune of Death, or Destined Death. And it was kind of a fail-safe if it would come to it. So it kind of suggests that Ranni was egging on Rykard here, who would have been her half-brother, I believe. Yeah, because Rykard was one of the children of Renala and Radagon. So she was egging on her half-brother to oppose the Erd Tree there. Well. So maybe Ranni isn't entirely as benevolent as we perhaps assumed. Now, we're going to go up to the boss door. We're not going inside. So we could go inside and then, leave. The main issue is if you defeat the boss in here. So don't do that unless you want to progress with the game, the main story. But I will just do this guy and get the items. Now, fought one of these before, outside the capital. This guy's tougher though. Not a mini-boss though, surprisingly, just an enemy. But this guy will deal a lot of damage, especially in phase 2 when they get their lightning going. Okay, just get one of these, so you can't crit them, but you can stagger them. Right. Oops, I thought he was going to attack with his shield, not his horse. It's fine. So honestly, if you have that Bolt Drake talisman here that we collected earlier, it might be a good idea to equip, because you'll absorb some of that damage. It's more accurate than I remember. The old Lionel Flame Breath. So because I know how much damage this guy can do in one hit, I am trying to stay on top of my HP. Okay, that's probably their most devastating attack right there. This one. Because it has shockwaves too. And it's over. There we go. Only 20,000 runes, and you get their armor too. So you might think that maybe this is a better version of the Tree Sentinel armor, because that's the malformed Tree Sentinel armor. Not so, I believe. I believe this is weaker. Yes, in almost every way. It does look cool though. Yeah, it is weaker. There you go. So I'd say this is maybe a reference to like they have a bird on the head instead of a or is it a dragon? Sorry, yeah, a dragon. They have a dragon on the head instead of a tree. Do you know, I actually do prefer my my Tree Sentinel armor. I like my cape, but it does remind me a bit of the Dragon Slayer's armor in Dark Souls 3. It also reminds me a bit of the Dragon Plate armor in Skyrim. The same aesthetic. So in there is the final boss. We're not doing the final boss. Okay. We are going to fight, or to complete the Halig Tree. Oh, no, sorry. Almost forgot. Almost just testing you. Just testing you, people. We're going to do the secret boss in this place. Okay? Now again. And I might actually... Oh shit, I've had this on the whole time. Oh well, could have been worse. Also, the Glow-Eyed Queen cradles newborn apostles swaddled in cloth. Soon they will grow to become desolate gods. Okay, sorry, yeah, I wanted to read the lore on that one again briefly. So, but I was going to say I'm going to put the Bolt Drake talisman on here. And the reason for that is the boss coming up, you will be using quite a bit of lightning. So I think that will help us out a little bit. Also, let me just... I saw I had a couple of... or just this to store there. Yeah. Just want to keep on top of my storage so I'm not confused when I'm trying to quickly equip a talisman. So, people, we're going back down. This is the closest grace site. Now we're just going to have to run past these beast guys again, which should be okay. If we can try and avoid taking any damage on the way, that would be splendid. There we go. And you're going to run over here by this, I think it's by this tree. Very, very, very sneaky. Yeah, so beneath us there. Surprisingly, no messages. I'm just thinking that's probably a good place for me to leave a message to get a cheeky like. Nah, it feels too disingenuous. I like to work for my messages. Here they are. So, I didn't miss this in my first playthrough, but good heavens, I didn't know it was here until I looked it up. So, we are going to the very bottom of the city, right near the base of this the big tornado in the middle of the place that's tearing it apart. So that talisman we got with the dragon one that extends the effect of spells, it said that there was a dragon that lives beyond time. Well, in order to get to that dragon, who is the secret boss, we have to lie down here in this empty grave. Now, this can be a tough boss. One of the most difficult things about them can be their sheer... Oh, look, so time is reversing here. Or stopping. That's reversing. Their sheer ability to kind of shake off damage. They're very tanky. And they can hit hard. Excuse me. Well, that's one way to go. So usually, especially in New Game Plus playthroughs, I would summon my mimic here, but I'm going to try without. I think the key will be to... I'm just going to use my twin blade. I think they're staggerable, but honestly I'd rather just try to get as much DPS in as possible. But I'm going to try and frostbite them first if I can. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, you'll see that it is very much based on the talisman we just got. So that talisman was depicting this enemy, or entity, should I say. So, this is one of the ancient dragons here. I'm not entirely sure of the lore, But obviously they exist outside of time because we are... Well, we're in part of the city. In fact, we might even be here before the city was built because it's just this arena, isn't it? Yeah. So we've come back in time to challenge this dude. Okay, let's give it a go. See how it goes. I've got my Bolt Drake on yet. Let's see how we do. So I would say, at least from a melee perspective, let's stand more at the side. It's usually a good place to fight dragons. I didn't mean to do that at all. I forgot I don't have Hoarfrost Stomp on, so I'll just rely on my grease. Although I'm kind of tempted to see if Spinning Weapon has the ability to do Frostbite too. Okay. I'm curious. Let's see. Alright, I'm experimenting now instead of actually fighting them seriously. It doesn't seem like it, does it? It definitely wouldn't have applied by now. Okay. Let's get serious. Honestly, we've already done some good damage. Nope. I'm not sure if the fire that stays on the floor hurts you or not. So it's a bit like... oh, here we go. Phase 2. So they're going to start flying at us from all sort of directions. You just got to time your dodge rolls as you can expect. That is the opposite of a dodge roll time. Oh my god! The damage caught me off guard. I'm dead. The level of damage caught me off guard. Well, 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 well. I didn't expect that to do 90% of my HP there. I was kind of I was a little bit cocky, perhaps. Right, let's try this again. Well, at least now we know that Spinning Weapon doesn't apply frost necessarily, or not in the way that we thought it might. Okay. I didn't mean to rest there. Pull this. Okay. So I'm not going to forget my rune arc. I'll wait until I'm down there. And I'm also not going to be using my mimic yet because I think that was me just being a bit clumsy, which is fine. Like I say, I was experimenting with my Spinning Weapon attack rather than fighting properly. Okay. I think we can honestly just run away from these dudes without having to roll. So there are messages here, they just hadn't loaded in yet. I'm not going to worry too much about my souls that are on the floor. The priority is for us to just fight the dragon. Because very often with boss fights, especially if you get flustered, and I've said before, one mistake can lead to another. If you try to just consistently pick up your runes on the floor, chances are you'll make a mistake and you'll just die again and then lose them anyway. So if we manage to pick them up again, that's a bonus. So we can thankfully skip the cutscene, which I mean, I can think of plenty of games in the past where you could not skip the same cutscene that you had to go through every time to fight a fucking boss. Anyway. So yeah, if I get my runes, great. I did forget this though. Like I said I wouldn't. There we go. Missing... I'm not exactly full HP there, which is a little bit suspect if you ask me. It's fine. So I'm just going to focus on doing some DPS. Ooh, I did not know you were about to attack me. Come on, Placidusax. What are you doing? Is that going to be an AoE? So that was the Bolt of Gransex there, which was the dragon that's in the Erdtree capital, which is interesting. So these guys are perhaps linked in some way. But Grand Sax was a lot bigger than you. Okay, I think my frost is gone. I should get it on now when I have a chance. Right in the gooch. That's the sweet spot. So, ooh, I thought that fire would dissipate by the time I got up. They're definitely frostable, because I remember. So similar kind of dodge timings to Fortifex. Oh, I think I just frosted them, which is nice, but they're about to fly off, which is not nice. So do you know what? Give me my shield. Let's see how my shield does, my max level shield. The frostbite is giving their position away too, which is very nice. Honestly, I don't mind that. We're taking some damage, but it's... Oh shit, careful. This might hurt a little bit. Look how much damage we're avoiding there. Very good. Right, let's go again. I'm not going to worry too much about frost now. I'm going to focus more on killing them. But it would be nice to also learn to dodge their attacks. Yeah. Oh. So there's still some AoE that comes out of that one. You got to be careful. Keep me topped up. Okay. Yeah, but just... actually, there is enough health there to warrant, I'd say, at least one more frost grease. That's not a frost grease at all. That's the opposite of a frost grease. Thank you, Josh. Okay, watch out for this. I believe they have a super duper attack too. A bit like, it's a bit reminiscent of Medea in Dark Souls 3. Ah, almost avoided. Now I should probably stay on full HP here, but... Oops. We know how much damage they can do with that swipe. Oops. Now I'm not going to heal here until I know where they are. Because the chances are we die anyway. Now this could be their super duper. Yeah. So these lasers hurt. And in New Game Plus, they can one-shot you. So I'm just going to rely on my shield. And now we should be able to go finish off the job here. So you can see, unless you're really, really good at avoiding damage from this guy, you'll need a lot of flasks to take them on. Ah shit, I did forget about that. It looks like you can lock onto them while they're still kind of semi-invisible, which is good. Let's finish you off, buddy. I will try to get my golden scarab on if I can. Flame. Flame, dear flame. That was lucky because I got caught on your leg. Ouch. So it's almost over. That's fine. I guessed wrong. So rolling too early on that. Wait for the claw to appear before rolling. I'm gonna play it safe and take one of my meatballs here, because I'd rather not perish. It looks like he tries to appear behind you, or she. There we are. So 336k. Still, nothing has bested Moog, Lord of Blood, when it comes to the amount of runes we've received, which was 420k. There we go. So I apologise, the first attempt was a little bit of a dud. Excuse me. But perhaps I was a little bit rusty as well. It's been a while. There we go. So we should always be able to teleport back here. And like I said, this guy, or at least this boss arena, was linked to a quest that is tied to the Hailing Tree. Okay? Now we can't access that or we can't complete that specific quest until we actually complete the Haley tree itself. So we will revisit that later. That what I'm on about there. So we get 3, we get 1. That's fine. Okay. So 10 more levels, and then we're max strength, which is good. We might actually hit that before we finish the game. Possibly. So there's not much else to talk about here. We did that boss. We're not fighting the final boss of Farumazula yet. We're going straight to the Haley tree. That's the final place of the game. So yeah, I think it's going to be this episode plus another episode, and then maybe just a finale that's focusing on finishing up the game. So we're almost on an hour. Okay. How many meatballs do I have? I'm always conscious when I use them. I'm like, how many do I actually? Okay, so we've got 29 in total. That should be fine. I'm also trying to just rack my brains to think if there's anything that we've missed before we do this. Yeah, there is one little thing. It's not so much that I missed it, it's just something I need to do. We're going to go give potentially the final prayer book to the Turtle Pope. We got it in Farumazula, which was the ancient dragon tome. Let me see. Which again is not supposed to be heretical for the Golden Order, so.
Greeting.
But you kind of think everything's heretical, don't you? Oh, we have 2. Now this is heretical.
Oh, what very well. Heresy is not native. All things. Oh, very well. Heresy is all thing.
I don't know why the dragon sorceries aren't considered to be heretical. Not sorceries, incantations. Maybe they're sort of the groundwork for the golden sorcery incantations in the first place. Probably says somewhere, doesn't it? God, oh, it probably said on the tome itself, and I just yeeted it. Sorry, people. So, did we actually get anything to do with Plasude? What was he called? Plasudesex or something. You know what? Maybe at the Dragon Cathedral. I wouldn't be surprised. There we are. So the reason I've been giving all my books and scrolls to Miriel is because I like to have them all in one place. And as we know, the life expectancy of other NPCs in the game is not guaranteed. So I'd rather have them all in one happy little spot. I was actually, let me pop to the Dragon Cathedral here and see if you actually get a spell from Plasudesex, whatever he's called. There we are. Also, what are the colour of my eyes like at the moment? Are they back to normal completely? Yes, they are a little bit glowy because I made them slightly glowy. Grail. Excuse me. It doesn't appear so. Okay. It's not you, is it? No? Very well, I was just curious. Haley tree, please. It's finally time. So we fulfilled... we completed Latenna's quest. However, we still have Maleficent, or Millicent, as some people call her. But then we also have Gideon. So Gideon wants us to locate all of the hidden demigods, which, as we know, were Lunar Princess Rani, but she cast aside her great rune anyway, but we found her nonetheless. Moog, Lord of Blood, which we found and destroyed. Mikla of the Haley Tree, who we also found with Moog, and we can't claim their Great Rune. And the final one is, well, I'm going to call her Melisandre, but Melania of the who is the Blade of Mikla. So she is Mikla's sister, twin sister, I believe, and she is an Empyrean, again like Mikla, which I think is going to have some importance for us, at least with regards to what I want to discuss when we get to the end of the game. But anyway, we're finally here. So we've seen the Haley Tree a couple of times. We saw from up here. Okay, you could kind of see a shadow in the distance. Ironically, I don't know if you can see it from here, but you can see it from Castle Sol here. So that's where I left one of my messages that people liked. And now we're finally at this location. Now this first bit can be a little bit annoying. Not so much because of these bubble dudes, but it's kind of a Great Hollow scenario from Dark Souls 1. In the sense that there are lots of twists and turns, and you can fall to your doom. But there is one annoying enemy towards the end of these branches that will be testing us slightly. And I realise I still have my golden scarab on. What I'm actually going to do here, people, is I'm going to equip my Halig Drake, which is kind of suitable for where we are, because I want to boost my holy negation. And one of the reasons for that is these little bubbles do holy damage. And there's going to be... I'll show you in a second. So you see above my head, above my bonsai, there, that big old ball of mozzarella, they're going to be creating issues for us later on, and they do immense amounts of holy damage with their bubbles. So that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of preemptively equipping my talisman there. Not entirely sure why these guys are here. Oops, that was close, because they're kind of from the capital, aren't they? Lanedale. Maybe there's something in one of their item descriptions that tells us why they're at the Halig Tree. Right. So I will try to do this as methodically as I can. So this is a medium ball of mozzarella. But the larger one is over there. Also, I've thought of a good final message. And it is one that I've done in one of my previous playthroughs. But I know that it could be popular because it was my most popular message, and it got like a few hundred appraisals actually. Okay. Those guys up there. I might try and snipe them. Let me see what I can do here. Nope, that's wrong. Ah! Let's see what we can do. This might not be the best idea, but it's also not necessarily the worst. I don't think you will get flasks back from slaying groups of enemies, so you do have to be careful. Yep. So watch your footing here, because things can very quickly turn sour for you. There we go. So I wouldn't say that's mandatory or necessary even, but it helps that they are out of the picture while we're just trying to explore everything, you know? Okay, so there's another medium mozzarella. Makes me want pizza. Well, I'm going shopping a bit later. Maybe I'll grab some. Hello, Flower. Didn't see you there. Okay. If I had my claw talisman on, you'd be dead in one hit there. Oh, someone above me. Yeah. Somebody above me. Can I get up there from here? No, that's where we came from, isn't it? So we have to we're gonna have to go around here and then go back up, it would seem. Now, once you start to get past where that item is, big old bastard / bitch will start shooting at you. So take caution from that point onwards. And there's also some ants that we got a glimpse of too. And I'm just thinking, up there is a dead end. Oh, you want to play now? Let's play. So let's go up here. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, we will be able to complete the Dung Eater's quest while we're here. In fact, it will be coming up not too long from now. The final seedbed curse that we have to be able to give to the Dung Eater. So one of the reasons I have holy protection on, because that may very well have killed me. There. In fact, I'm quite confident that that probably would have killed me if I didn't have holy protection on. So that's, you know. Oh, I forgot that. I thought I had all of them. My beloved. That's why I've got the talisman on. So, let's see. Twisted clay, human head. Emits a voice that says, my beloved. A wistful fetish that imparts voices. Expressions of love are among the most fickle.
My beloved.
God, they're always much deeper than I thought. Or that I think they'll be. My beloved. It's the best I can do. I do hate... I know it's probably not the best thing to say on a YouTube channel about me talking and playing games, but I do hate my voice. Hate my voice. It's so... Do you not think it's whiny and a bit... almost grates on the ear a little bit? I don't know. I mean... at least I think I've mentioned before, one of my friends in Texas has said that they... Oh, did I miss you? It's a separate branch. A friend in Texas has said... that they enjoy my videos because they find my voice soothing and that they use it sometimes to fall asleep to. So maybe I don't see it, but I'm not the greatest fan of my voice. Now here's a big mozzarella. And this might be where I put my final message, you know. Oh god, they're actually wearing the helmet there. I think it is. Or it's the Azure, whatever he was called, the sorcerer. So let me see. I can't flinch you, I'm guessing. I can probably... Oh shit! I can probably stagger you though. This is gonna hurt. So big delayed attacks. Okay, so twin blade might actually be the way there. Ah yes, they were definitely wearing that, right. And I'm going to put my own message here, and hopefully people will like it just as much as they did almost a year ago. And it's a very predictable... please don't attack me while I'm doing this. Oh, just don't blow bubbles. So all it was... Is it people? Yeah, I literally just put fat coin purse. And it was my most popular It was my most popular message for some reason. People liked it. What? I forgot what emote I used for it though. I kind of like. I think erudition could be funny. Yeah. If in doubt, use erudition. Now, hopefully that gets at least one more like, and then we can put this whole question to rest. Fat coin purse. Fat coin purse. Okay. I mean, it does literally look like a fat coin purse, I suppose, so it's relevant in addition to being humorous. Okay, thank you for not attacking me. I shall reward you with death. Oh, hello. So a nice burning earth tree up there. Also, can you see Castle Sol? I've always wondered. 1 second. Is there a reason to drop down to that branch beneath me? Could be. So, I think I've never actually been sure of what I'm looking at there. I want to say potentially it's Mount Gelmir. Hang on. Yeah, like it could be this thingamajiggy here. Where do we fight the Fallen Star Beast? There. Because it's not this. And I don't think it's this. No, because that's not like a precipice. Like an isolated bit of rock. Yeah, I think that's Mount Gelmir. Sorry, let's have a look. I mean, yeah, it certainly fits the jaggedy aesthetic. Yeah, that'll be Mount Gelmir. There's the wall to the Erdtree capital. On one of those cliffs will be probably that one, is where we were at the Dominula Windmill Village. And then up there is the consecrated snowfield. And then up there will be Castle Sol. So, all very interesting. Can't see any wall of the castle, but I assume it's up there. Right. Again, though, you can't see the bloody city in the sky. Right, let me check down here. Didn't miss any items. Nope, not yet. Okay. Ooh. Some nice Haley tree sap. Oops. The good old buttress camera, as I like to call it, flinging your view around in the most perilous of situations. Where am I going here? Is this literally just a way back up to the Grace? Yep, it would seem so. Excuse me. Right, so we're almost done with this place. There's a bit more over there that we got a glimpse of some flowers that unfortunately we have to deal with. And as you can see here, people, this tree is looking a little bit worse for wear in the sense that it's got some scarlet rot on it. So as we now know, and we've known for a while really, that the final demigod, and indeed the hardest boss in the game, is going to be Melisandre, aka Melania. Not to be confused with Melania or Melina, by the way. I need to get to you somehow. That's further up. Yeah, the hardest boss of the game is the final hidden demigod, Melania, who is the source of Scarlet Rot. So we need to be able to go... hang on, is it up this one? Looks like it to me. So we've been up there, question mark? Oh no, we've been up here, but we went off to the right. I see, I see. So there is that way, and there's this way, or was this Fat Coin Purse? I think this was Fat Coin Purse. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we just need to go over here. Take a drink before I commit. Speaking of food, I'm getting hungry actually. I've got some chia batter and some fish fingers and some tartar sauce, so I might have a fish... Oh shit, flour. I might have a fish finger as what we call in the UK butty. Fish finger butty. But without butter and with olive oil and some tartar sauce, which goes very well with fish, for anyone that doesn't know. I can highly recommend it. It's a bit like mayonnaise, but it's more pickly and sour. So it's made with capers and gherkins. So on its own, it's a bit questionable, but with fish, it pairs well. I've got to get rid of you first, I think. Now, hopefully the flower doesn't do the beam attack. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. Also, it looks like it's getting darker. I didn't know whether or not the time of day applied in this place. Because it technically counts as a big dungeon, I think. It's not like an outdoor area where you could ride torrent and get flasks back. Right. So we've got to take care of you. That's not my torch, I apologise. I keep forgetting that I don't have my torch on. So I'm going to try and run in there and get them before they rot me. Now we just got to watch out for dropping. The old dropping on top of me trick. So a lot of HP there. Because we're actually doing a good amount of damage. You won't be able to knock these guys over though with a twin blade. Unless you're doing some jump attacks maybe. Alright, too dangerous. Right, there's got to be some rock coming up here. Yeah. No, that's wrong. So, some very good fire damage there because we have a max level steel wire torch now. Okay. All of that for some flower bits. Oh well. Now, yeah, it's definitely getting darker, I think. Or I could be mistaken. Like as is the case on many occasions. So there's some butterflies beneath us. I'm not too interested in those. I think this is where we were getting sniped from. Yeah, we were getting sniped from up here, and I took them out with the bow. So let's go this way. Okay. Now remember, the big threat here is the mozzarella ball that is perched on that tree up there, or that part of the tree, because they're going to fire big old bubbles at you, and they hurt a lot. So what you're going to do here is, I hear a twinkly. It's just a blue one. Okay. Excuse me. I mean, we'll get this. But what we're going to do is, instead of just running forward, we're going to run off to the side. We have to get onto this branch here that's sticking out. Okay. Now, you don't have to do this. This is all optional. But if we want to kill that sucker and get all the hidden... There you go. Sort of all the hidden items. Alright, this is why I've got the Holy Talisman on. Holy Defense Talisman. Then we're going to go up here and take this motherfucker out. Come on then, you fucking shit. Well, close range bubbles, how did that work out for you? Okay, sitting on my head, that's more effective. tricky delay attacks. Oh, they're followed by a quick attack, of course. There we go. Okay, the predominant threat of this place is now gone, so I'm going to go back to my... Just go to Claw Talisman. So I will explore all of that. I'm going to go back to the stuff that I missed, and obviously there's the flower that was trying to kill us too. Okay, is this a big one? It looks like it. Oh, it's two small ones, a medium one, and a big daddy. So obviously don't get hit by that. I maybe took off my talisman a bit prematurely, but they're by no means as dangerous as the one we just killed. Beautiful. How poetic. Yeah, it's definitely coming to nighttime. Here we go. So we get the envoy ashes there. So I can see them being quite squishy, but you can imagine if they get those bubbles going against a boss that is susceptible to holy damage, then I could see them actually being quite good. What am I checking here, people? God, I hate getting old. I don't remember. I was going to look at something. Nope, it's gone. Oh well. Maybe next year. Right. So yeah, let's show us, and that's the way back. Which way am I going to get down? Over here, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's make sure we get everything here that we can soak up. Now, honestly, you can use your beam of lights. Beam me. Nope. Okay, there's the beam. Nope. Rot. It's fine. Now you beam. When it's the most inopportune time. Okay, quickly, I didn't mean to do that, but oh well, it's still good damage. GG. Unfortunately, a couple more of those gets coming up a bit later, but in not as much of a precarious situation. Okay. Alright, so before I go up there, excuse me, I'm just checking something here. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay, my apologies. Just full screen me. Yes, thank you. Right. What time is it as well, actually? Okay. Okay, right. Couple more flowies to deal with. And I thought maybe there would have been like a sneaky item. Like, why would you willingly jump onto those twigs there? I thought there may have been a sneaky item at the end of this branch, but there is not, which is fine. So the Halig tree, I'm not entirely sure. I know it's to do with Mikola, but I don't know if... Like, one would assume that the Halig tree existed before Mikola, and, you know, he kind of adopted it as his home. I would assume, but I wonder if it's you know, maybe it was the symbol of some outer god, maybe. There might be an answer to this, I'm just spitballing, but maybe it was... Maybe it existed before the actual Erd tree, maybe it was the old Erd tree. Who knows? Now, I saw another item on a branch, I think. Where was it? Over there. Oh, of course, this is the bit that we didn't come down, because we wanted to take out the coin purse first. So there is a ladder down there. Hang on. Oh, shit. Let me just check I'm not going to miss anything here, actually, before I continue. Where was that ladder? I completely forgot already. I apologise, people. Sure, there's a ladder. Or is it just a drop down? I could be thinking of the place beneath me, actually. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, you can get on that roof, but there's nothing there, I believe. So, oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. That's where we're going anyway. So yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure we're not missing anything here. Oh, you bitch. So at this stage, I don't mind getting Scarlet Rotted, because these are the last guys before we get another Grey Sight. I will keep an eye on my health, though. So again, just picking up all the goodies that we would have missed. And that's all of the flowers. Yep. Oh, these people that got hit by the bubbles. Solaire with katanas. Where are you? Oh. Aww. Yeah, honestly, you can't underestimate this fucking bastard that shoots the bubbles at you. They do so much damage. I mean, that was a good idea, to use the fingerprint shield, but obviously didn't quite work. Okay. So, that is the first annoying bit dealt with. I do see my HP going down, but like I said, there's a Grey Sight in this room over here. But just to be on the safe side, because... Oh god, I forgot you could heal on ladders in this game. Okay. So that's a shortcut for later, as you could possibly imagine. And here we go. I'd rather it be daytime, in all honesty. It looks prettier, and you can see better. So, give me a level, perhaps? No, we need 200k. I've got a Newman's rune. I might do that. Give me morning. If I had words to make a day for you, I'd give you a morning golden and true. Sorry, popped into my head. For anyone that knows or likes the film Babe. Very weird film, but kind of a childhood classic when you think about it. We needed something like 200k, we should be fine. I'm just gonna use all these anyway. If you've watched the series, you've known my policy on golden runes. Just yeet them. Just it's bad advice, but I just use them unless I'm specifically trying to save up for something. Otherwise, yeah, just get them out of there. Maybe if you're new at the game, maybe definitely don't do that, because chances are you'll be dying a bit more often. Oh, so we weren't quite done with these mofos. Now, there's a few, but the main danger is above us. And honestly, it's weird. Sometimes they jump down, sometimes they don't jump down. I can hear them. You coming? They're zombies. But there's a dude above us who's a bit more powerful. Ah, shit. So these guys are quite clearly rot zombies. You coming? Doesn't look like it. So there is a way to get to them. I'm just making sure my path is clear here. Yeah, so there's a tough Misbegotten up here. It's going to be a Leonine Misbegotten. I don't know why the zombies sound like they have a sword or something. Oh, it's you. Hello. So there's a Leonine. They've not aggroed on this occasion. Which is probably for the best. But they are protecting a talisman, I think. Now, I could sneak up on them, but honestly, on your own, you're not going to be too much of a threat. Oh, that was quicker than I expected there. Getting trapped against a wall is probably bad there. Not gonna lie. There we go, so we get the final version of the Pearl Drake Talisman, which boosts resistance to non-physical damage, so elemental damage, etc. I've used a few flasks, I guess, but I'm just going to continue. Okay. So I think a zombie. Yeah, there's a couple more zombros. Can I get them from here? I'm actually going to keep my torch out because there's more flowers coming up, but I'll nip back there to take them out, don't you worry. Okay. So this is actually an alternative way to get up there to fight those guys if you don't want to take that ladder. Yeah. Oh. Hello, people. Well, this is very satisfying. I see you. Could use my Hoarfrost, but I'd rather keep my FP just in case. Oh, shit. You'd think that these guys might be weak to fire, but I don't think they are. They're just pretty bulky. There we go. I tell you what, people, I need a wee-wee. I think I need a wee-wee. I think I can pause my recordings. I'm not entirely sure about that, you know. I think I can. But I'm not going to risk it. So I might nip for a wee-wee. We'll see. Yeah, so you can actually get this ladder from down here and make your way up to where that talisman was too. In fairness, I don't usually come that way. I usually get to this ladder, like I say, and then make my way up. So there's another Leonine there. There's a ladder here that will take you down. Okay, so we could do with clearing the battlefield here before we get to Leonine. Shit, that was bad, because now we're going to have to face two of you at once. Okay. One hit I can deal. Now remember, one of their biggest weaknesses is jump attack spam, which is bad news for them. And we get another ancient dragon smithing stone. Okay, I'm gonna try pausing my video. I hope it doesn't fuck it up, because then I will literally cry. Excuse me. Alright, there's flowers beneath us. But before that, I think I'm going to go back up to the other side of that building. It probably is a good idea to come this way, because there are a few zombros hidden around corners on that initial path that will sort of jump out at you and try to push you off and stuff. Could do with you not falling down. Right, watch out for beams. I wonder if you get hurt by beams. Be interesting to see. Okay, so where are we here? Ah, hello. Okay. That's kind of a shortcut there. You could drop down to that branch where there's some ants, but there's not much point for us. Now a couple more misbegottens up here. You give Hugh a bad name. You Jim Henson monstrosity. You filthy monstrosity. Yes, so just watch your corners here. Okay, you guys can fall off, for all I care. Yeah, so this guy... Oh. This is one of the guys that will try to rush out and push you like that. Naughty, naughty boy. And there's another guy. These are the guys that fell down originally. And we're back. Okay. So I'm going to get back to where Leonine was, and then I will... Oh no, I'm sorry, I need to do the flowers first. Going to have to hold in your urine for a little bit longer, Josh, I'm afraid. If that's okay. Okay, so second beams of light coming. I want to say it's 3 of them. No, just 2. What are you doing? So this is why I kept my torch. Oops, wrong. Honestly, I'm fine just switching between y'all, if that's the way you want to do this. Now we can finish this properly. I'm not going to use my torch yet. You can't spam them with the torch. You can only sort of use it once, and while they're still on fire, you can't stun them again until they've stopped being on fire. So I will do it now. As you can see, you can stop that beam of light attack too, which is pretty useful. Okay. Yes, we'll get to the ant bit eventually. Excuse me. You know, now I look at this, well, that's kind of how amber is made, isn't it, I think? Ancient sap that's turned to stone. I was thinking about maybe the amber egg that, what's-her-face had, Renala. Maybe this is the sap that was used to craft it. Who knows? So I will stop in a second just to have a wee. Oh, well, I thought I heard something. I want to say there's a grace site. Ooh, I thought there might be. But, yeah, there's one over there, so we'll get to the grace site first. This breaks my recording. Well, it would ruin the entire series, wouldn't it? Because we've done so much now already. No, I'm not. I'm going to be rude, people. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to risk it. Like, I don't want to risk it. I should have tested this in my own time to make sure. But I'm going to go for a wee now, and I apologise. I don't edit my videos, so this won't be cut out. But I will try to be as quick as possible. So give me a minute or two, please. Hello. Hello, my apologies, people. Thank you for waiting. Obviously, you know, you could have skipped ahead and just come back at the right moment. We've got 20 minutes or so left here, and I'm just gonna get back into full screen. Ah, that's better. Right. I heard a fact once. I think it was on a show called QI, which is in the UK, or was in the UK. Probably not going anymore, but Stephen Fry, for anyone that knows him, used to host it. And I'm sure one of the facts was, like, when you need to urinate, you kind of, your wits become a little bit sharper. Like, you're able to like, weirdly, like, or not so much concentrate more, but your ability to make decisions on the fly becomes a little bit sharper, I believe, which is interesting, actually. It didn't feel like it then, though. It felt like I was going to wet my pants. So, I will try not to make a habit. That's obviously the first time I've done that in my videos. Goodness me, I'm all over the place. I'm obviously, I must have drank a little bit too much water before recording. It's gone straight through me. So this is that branch where the ants were. So not much to it. Now we saw that little spirit caller snail hiding there. Okay, so we're going to want to take those out before we get too involved in this area. I see you walking at me. I forgot what they actually summoned, though. Oh, they summoned the Crystallians. So yes, do not fight these guys. Kill the snails. Otherwise you'll be fighting Crystallians endlessly. So I want to say there's 3 of them. Yep. No. And I don't think you'll even get any souls for killing the Crystallians either. Okay. Now, one of the best talismans in the entire game is here. It will be the +2 Viridian Amber talisman. So I want to say it's beneath us, actually. So I'm just thinking the best way to approach this. You could technically get to that roof, but there's nothing on it, I believe. One of the Zombros just fell. Oops. That would have been a bad time to jump. Yeah, so get me over here. Phew, that was close. It could be safer to jump down there, honestly, people. Yeah, but I think the talisman is in here. Huh. Made it. No. No, thanks. Bit closer? No, you're too slow. Although apparently I wasn't in combat there, because my stamina wasn't going down. LOL. Sorry. Right. So a few more baddies. And here it is, people. Here it is. Ah, sorry. Scratching. There we go. Oh. So, I used to use this as one of my main talismans until I started, just kind of relying a bit more on the, what's it called? This one. But if I were to level up my endurance enough that I didn't have to rely on this, and I just relied on the Erdtree's Favour +2, which we'll get later, then I'd probably replace this with the Viridian Amber talisman, honestly. Because you get like an extra 1 or 2 hits from using it. So if we try to just measure here where our stamina meter goes to. Okay, so it goes to that door frame there on the left. Then if I equip it, it's not as impressive as I remember, but it is a whole extra hit. I know that much. It's a whole extra hit / roll. So it can actually be pretty effective, even for sorcerers, because at the end of the day, you have to use stamina when you're casting sorceries and stuff. But it's a pretty neat talisman. Okay. Sorry, what? We didn't actually look at that. I didn't look at the stamina stat. So we got 168. If we use this, we get 193. There we are. So it's a big boost stat-wise. But I'll be honest, I can't really quantify per se the amount of stamina that it would actually give us based on the number alone. I have to physically see the bar to kind of know the impact that it makes. Whoa, I almost went. Now you are going. Bye-bye. Okay, so we can sort of see some of the lower sections of the Haley tree down there. Ah, yes, 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 indeed. So all these weird buttress thingamajiggies, that's what all these are. There. Yeah, here's some growling and muttering. That's a red flask thingamajiggy in there. We will get there soon. Oh, you got body blocked by your own pal. Oh, nice try. Look how graceful I am avoiding their attacks. There you go. Who said you can't be graceful as a strength build, huh? Okay. So, Sparkly's beneath us. We've been up here. Now, how do we get below? Oh, there's a ladder up here. I think this is literally just a way back up. I'm going to check anyway, just in case. And then we have no regrets. Excuse me. Yeah, that's just a way back up. And then, to get into the room beneath us, I think we have to go to the other side of this roof. Yeah, the other side of the roof over here. Yeah, in here. Now watch out for some ambushes, potentially. I hear something to my right. I don't really... Oh, hello. I don't really need that red glowy because... Oh! Well, I might as well. No harm. Okay. So, the red glowy. I know there's an item sort of tucked away. Ah, excuse me. Itchy nose. Eat your crows. Right. Yeah, I heard something grumbling in here. No. So, there we go. I think that might have been the final misbegotten that we fight in the entire game there. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Nope, I am mistaken. There's more here. You're the final one. And what a pleasure it was. So you can jump out of here onto this tree branch to kind of get a jump on the enemies ahead. There's something above me. Did I miss something above me? No, I definitely did. Let me sort out that oversight right now. The Zombro. Can we make that? That's a bit tight to me. How do we get up to you then? I mean, I'll try. Okay, you totally can. Good. Pathetic. Don't you loom over me menacingly, please. There we are. Okay. Okay. So I'm just looking at like, oh, we came from up there, didn't we? Yeah, all up there. Was there a reason to come up here apart from Zombros? No. So there's a couple of battle mages here. There's 1, 2. So like I said, you can jump out of that window. Where is it actually? Onto this one where those butterflies are. And you can make it to there to kind of get the jump on that guy. But I don't find these guys very threatening, so I'm just going to get straight in there without worrying. Hopefully I don't eat my words here. So they use the cannon spell, which is fine. And the gavel. There we go. We're already just fine. I hope you like flying, buddy. Welcome to Tarnished Airlines. Please enjoy your death. Okay. Anything hidden here? So I'm not interested in the butterflies. Oh, there's an item there. Okay. Very nice. Very good. See if we can get up to level 99 strength, like I said. So they're quite nice for the smithing stones here. So you get some 8s, but you also get some 6s and 7s, which kind of bridge the gap if you've been struggling up until this point. Okay, that's just a shortcut back up to the beginning. Just activate it. And then we have a boss come out. Okay. So I'm only missing 1 flask. And for this one, I'm actually going to switch to my Spell Drake, because this is going to be a magic-based boss. And it's going to be something that we've seen before, actually. Certainly similar to what we fought. It's Loretta. So we fought her ghost at the Caria Manor. And we actually had some lore about her too. We discovered that she might be an Albinauric. Sounds more like a man grunting. I mean, it just sounds like a traditional tree sentinel. It's the same music. Okay, so her physical attacks aren't too bad if I can get my own attack in. Oops, that was a good one. Honestly, that could have been bad if I didn't have my Spell Drake on. So she's a little tricky in the sense that she's agile. Phase 2 could be a problem too. Ooh, the old 2-swinger. Okay, right, let's get back in there here. I want to get a little bit closer. Honestly, Glintstone Blade me, I don't mind. So, jump attacks are doing perfectly well without the Claw Talisman on. Ah, delayed swing. Good on you, sweetie. So we got her shield. That's what told us that she might be an Albinauric. Ooh, you serpentining? I can do that too. With can do. God, we're not doing very much damage here, people. Right. I need to be a bit more aggressive, please. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit more aggressive. We can do with a good old stagger too. Here's phase 2. Nope. Not yet. Definitely sounds like a man. She is in phase 2. She's all glowy. Ooh, impressive, impressive. Okay, we've done a bit more damage now, which is good. I was going to say that final one isn't going to hit me based on your trajectory there. Now this is a problem. Ah! I didn't need to heal at all. So, some more spells going on. That's fine. In fact, that was probably a bad idea for you to do that. Aye! I'm going to stay on top of my HP. Collected all those golden seeds for a reason, my dear. So wait for that kind of... Wait for the arrows to do that little bit of a flash after she draws them back. And that's your dodge time. Anyway, we get that spell that she just used. Again, one of the best spells in the game. So we got her... when we fought in Caria Manor, we got the single version of this spell, and now we get, looks like 4. You can fire up to 4 shots at once, which is pretty good. I assume it has massive int requirements. Excuse me. So we got Loretta's Great Bow, then we got Mastery. Requires, oh, it's actually not that bad. 46. Takes 39 FP though, which is quite a lot. But a very potent sorcery. Okay. Right, that's the first bit of the Halig tree done. Now for the middle section. I'll check my time. I've probably got, 10 minutes left or something. About 5 or so minutes. I'll just get to the next area, which I've mentioned briefly. I think it's called the El Fayel city. So that message that I left in Castle Sol, I said, well, I'll look at it in a second, instead of trying to fucking guess like an imbecile. Visions of tree, except could this be a city? Ah, yes. So I said that there's a tree, but I also hinted at the fact that there might be a city. And that's what we're coming up to next, people. So not so much a spoiler, more of a teaser, I'd say. Nice view there. What time of day is it now? Late day. Okay, so there is the... Is that the main bulk of the tree there? I want to say that's where you... hang on. Sorry. Yeah, that's the main trunk. And this whole bit we were on was kind of an offshoot. But that's the main chunk of the Halig tree. And we're going to the bottom of that. And that's where we're going to meet our maker. Okay, so obviously there's a treasure chest there. We need to go down before we can get to it. They make it seem like it's going to be a lot more difficult to get to, but literally you just go up these stairs here. There might be some resistance. Nope, I still don't trust. I have trust issues, game. So they are spoiling us here, people, with the ancient dragons. We've still got 6. And then we got Sombra's rare, we've got 2 of them. Very good. So I'm trying to think how many we've used, actually. We've used 2 Sombra for the pulley bow and the ancient thingy. Then we had Twin Blade, Great Sword, Shield, and Shield, which is 4, so we would have had 10. Wait. Twin Blade, Sword, Shield, and Torch. So we used 5 Ancient Dragons, so we've collected 11 so far. So they do spoil you a little bit in this game, which is fine. You should be rewarded for exploring the game properly and thoroughly. There we go, El Fayel, Brace of the Halig Tree. So this is the city that's attached to the Halig Tree. So there was a whole civilization here that were loyal to Mikola. And as you might expect, we're now coming across the soldiers that were in the service of Melania. Oh, hello, my dear. This will be a good place to end the episode, catching up with Maleficent. Which is ironic because she's not evil in any way, shape or form.
Again we meet. I can only surmise our purposes are aligned. In which case, allow me to explain myself. I am of Melania's blood, but in what capacity I know not. I could be sister, daughter, or an offshoot. Whatever the case, though, I am certain of a kinship between us.
Very interesting.
There is something I must return to Melania. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self. That allowed her to resist the call of the Scarlet Rot. The pride she abandoned. To meet Radahn's measure.
Okay, so in order to defeat Radahn, she had to unleash her power of the Scarlet Rot. And in doing so, she kind of, it appears as though she shamed herself. She wasn't necessarily defeated by Radahn, but she couldn't beat him either. It was a stalemate. And so she headed back home in shame. But while she was gone, guess who was stolen from her? Mikola. And as we know, the guy that stole Mikola was Moog, Lord of Blood.
There is something I must return to Melania. The will that was once her own. The dignity. The sense of self that allowed her to...
That is Millicent's mission. I think she disappears... No, she stays there. So she has one more place, I believe. Hang on. Yeah, I think she'll have one more place that she goes to later on, and that will be our final encounter. Do you know what? While I'm here, just quickly, it makes me want to go talk to Gowry just to catch up to see if he's got anything else to say. Because obviously he's very closely tied to Maleficent's quest. Also, I do want to bear Gowry in mind because we'll need to come back to him upon the conclusion of Maleficent's quest 2 in order to be able to get a goodie. So I'm kind of trying to create that connection in my mind here by coming back, so I do not forget. Because, and you know what quote's coming up, in my first playthrough I missed this. I didn't come back to Gowry after I'd finished Maleficent's quest, and so I missed an item. Yeah. Call yourself a guard dog. Anything new, Gowry?
Welcome.
What Millicent said. We may have seen this already, but we'll see. Ooh, this looks new though. Pest threads. Secretes countless sticky threads, launching them forwards. A technique of the pale pests who crawl through the lands afflicted by scarlet rot. The abandoned children of the goddess. Do you have an interest in rot incantations?
Oh, Millicent. Finding herself, is she? The words of a true innocent, the dear girl. Well, perhaps this is just as it should be. Little Millicent following in the steps of her mother, no matter what. This is their fate, after all.
So a little bit ominous there from Gowry. Where's my telescope? You know what, get me even closer, please. Kind of annoying how it turns off my lantern for a minute while I'm looking through the telescope. Interesting. Freckly. Kind of some Emperor vibes. Although we've already talked about his showing his palms as a peace sign. Yellow eyes though. Almost looks a little bit sickly. Okay. Right. Let me just get back to the where we were. Oh, that's not the Halig tree. This is... There we go. Mikola's Halig tree. We'll get back here and then we'll leave it. I'll probably do another episode in a bit, to be honest with you. In fact, I might have... Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Well, maybe not after that. Maybe I'll even finish the game today, but we'll see. Maybe I'll finish off the Halig tree, but then I'll leave the finale for the... I'll record that tomorrow on Saturday. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching, as always, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye!